This video will cover moderate questions part 2 regarding the topic of separation of variables. Question 1. First, factorize the right-hand side. xy plus 5x plus 2y plus 10. Take x out of the first two terms. Then y plus 5 plus take 2 out of the last two terms. Then y plus 5. We can factor y plus 5 times x plus 2. Then back to the original, dy dx equals, which is y plus 5 times x plus 2, then times dx on each side, cancelled, dy equals y plus 5 times x plus 2 dx, then divide by y plus 5 on each side, then 1 over y plus 5 dy equals, cancelled, x plus 2 dx. Then integrate both sides. On the left, let u equal y plus 5, derive on each side, du equals dy. Then back to the original, integral of 1 over y plus 5 is u, then du is dy equals x squared over 2 plus 2x plus c. Then integral of 1 over u is ln absolute value of u equals x squared over 2 plus 2x plus c. Then ln absolute value of u was y plus 5 equals x squared over 2 plus 2x plus c. If we change ln a is b to exponential form, we get a equals e to the power of b. So ln a equals b, then we can rewrite as a part equals e to the power of b part, x squared over 2 plus 2x plus c, and use the formula e to the power of a plus c equals, we can rewrite as e to the power of a times e to the power of c. In here, absolute value of y plus 5 equals e to the power of a plus c, we can rewrite as e to the power of a part times e to the power of c. Then y plus 5 equals plus minus e to the power of c times e to the power of x squared over 2 plus 2x. Then y plus 5 equals, where plus minus e to the power of c is a, then a times e to the power of x squared over 2 plus 2x, then y equals a times e to the power of x squared over 2 plus 2x. Move 5 to the right, then minus 5. This is the general solution. Question 2, times dx on each side, then cancelled, x squared plus 1 dy equals xy, then dx. Divide by y times x squared plus 1 on each side, then cancelled, 1 over y dy equals, cancelled, x over x squared plus 1 dx. Integrate both sides. On the left, ln absolute value of y equals, on the right, use u substitution. Let u equal x squared plus 1. Then derive on each side. du equals 2x dx. Then divide by 2 on each side. 1 over 2 du equals x dx. Then back to the original. 1 over 2 integral of x dx is 1 over 2 du. Then 1 over x squared plus 1 is u du. At an absolute value of y equals 1 over 2. At an absolute value of u plus c. Then at an absolute value of y equals 1 over 2. At an absolute value of u was x squared plus 1 plus c. At an absolute value of y equals ln x squared plus 1 is always positive, so we don't need absolute value sign. Then bracket x squared plus 1. Then use the logarithmic property. 1 over 2 goes up. 1 over 2. C equals c times 1. Then c times, if we change 1 to ln, it becomes ln e. Then c can go up. We can rewrite as ln e to the power of c. Then back to the original. Plus c equals ln e to the power of c. Use the logarithmic property. Ln a plus ln b equals ln a times b. Then back to the original. Ln absolute value of y equals ln a part plus ln b part is ln a times b. Then ln a part times b part. Then ln absolute value of y equals ln, we can rewrite as e to the power of c. This part we can rewrite as square root of x squared plus 1. This means these arguments are the same. Then absolute value of y equals e to the power of c square root of x squared plus 1. Then y equals plus minus e to the power of c square root of x squared plus 1, where plus minus e to the power of c is a. The final answer is a square root of x squared plus 1. This is the last one, times dx on each side. Then cancelled. dy equals x square root of y cosine squared square root of y dx. Then divide by square root of y cosine squared square root of y on each side. Then 1 over square root of y cosine squared square root of y dy equals x dx. Then integrate both sides. On the left, let u equal square root of y, which is y to the power of 1 over 2. Then derive on each side. du equals 1 over 2 y to the power of 1 over 2 minus 1. Then minus 1 over 2 dy. Then du equals 1 over 2 square root of y dy. Then times 2 on each side. 2 du equals 1 over square root of y dy. Then back to the original. Integral of 1 over cosine squared square root of y is u. Then 1 over square root of y dy is 2 du equals integral of x dx. Then 2 times integral of 1 over cosine is secant. Secant squared u du equals x squared over 2 plus c. Then 2 times integral of secant squared u is tangent u equals x squared over 2 plus c. Then times 1 over 2 on each side. Tangent u equals x squared over 4 plus c over 2. Then tangent u was square root of y equals x squared over 4 plus, where c over 2 is k, and tangent square root of y equals x squared over 4 plus k, arctangent on each side, the square root of y equals arctangent of x squared over 4 plus k, then square on each side. The final answer is y equals arctangent of x squared over 4 plus k squared. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment below. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more.